in 1989, and it's almost after 28 years a downgrade has happened to China. And for last 2 decades, we have seen that globally people were tracking what is happening in China, because it almost had driven the global uptrend in whether it's commodity or whether it's demand for a gold or any other thing that has gone up. It's all the credit goes to China. And if the slowdown fears that people had, if that gets reflected in this Moody's downgrade, and we need to remember it's not that just for the sake of downgrading, Moody's has taken this stance. 40% of Chinese economy is the net to GDP ratio is 40%, and also we need to remember that there's a significant amount of these are official numbers. So when we talk about official, so these are banking sector lending numbers that we talk about. There's also something called as non-banking finance and shadow banking, which is existing in China. And that if we add that numbers, I think it's not less than 60% to GDP ratio as the amount of debt that China has.
So, Mr. Suyash, we would like to know from your side, well, it has happened a week after China started this OBOR, which is one of the big economic diplomacy initiatives taken by China. Does it impact OBOR in any way?
So OBOR is more of a you could say political a stance that China has taken. Something what Euro did in early 90s. It's something like that. I'm not sure whether this directly has any impact, but it definitely, if a downgrade of China happens after 28 years first time, then it definitely is a sign that the dragon is slowing down. And if that is the probably the kind of political mind that they would want to portray, I think it would have some impact, not an exaggerated impact, but some impact.
And it has happened at a time when China is trying to, have its yuan as the secret currency or reserve currency as against dollar, or we can say that yen or some other global currencies. Will it impact China's ambition to make yuan the next reserve currency across the world?
Definitely. In fact, we need to remember, Sumit, when in 2008, when subprime crisis and all those turmoil was happening globally, China was the one which was holding, or which had the highest amount of dollar reserves which it had, close to $3 trillion US. And the fear that China had was that if globally yuan is not accepted as a currency, then they would be in trouble, because they have too much of dollar, and the US government is printing dollars. It would devaluate the amount of reserves they have. So they had gone to IMF for something called requesting something called a special drawing rights. And IMF itself had refused, and it says that we can't protect your value of currency, because if we do that, then we will go bankrupt. So you can imagine the kind of ambition China has. Even someone like World Bank and IMF are not ready to back those dreams that China has. So this definitely would have some impact on that.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Bhatt, for talking to us and bringing us more details about this important development that has taken place in China, that Moody's has downgraded China's ratings. Well,